Arman was the kind of man who loved making everything into a joke. Born into wealth, spoiled by success, and adored by his circle of friends, he was used to mocking others for his own entertainment. When his family arranged a marriage proposal with Meha, a quiet woman from a respectable but modest family, he wasn't interested. Rumors had reached him, "She can't have children." That was enough for him to laugh. At the engagement gathering, when relatives hinted at her condition, Arman smirked. "Fine, I'll marry her. Let's see what an infertile bride can even bring to my life. Maybe peace and silence at least." His friends chuckled with him. Meha heard it all, but she lowered her gaze, hiding the storm brewing inside. The marriage. Their wedding was a grand affair. Meha entered his mansion with grace, though everyone whispered behind her back, "Poor girl, she'll never be a real wife, she can't even give him children." Arman treated her kindly in public, but deep down, he didn't take her seriously. He thought of her as nothing more than a formality, a way to please his parents. But Meha was not a woman to break. Instead of arguing, she poured her energy into transforming the home. She renovated the cold mansion into a warm place, introduced charity programs in his family's name, and treated his servants like family. Slowly, people in the community began praising Arman's wife, the same woman he mocked. The challenge. Months passed. Arman's friends continued to tease him. "Still no heir, brother? What's the use of a bride who can't give you children?" Arman shrugged, pretending not to care, though the jabs hurt his pride. One day, Meha overheard everything. She smiled gently and said, "Perhaps what I bring will be far greater than what they expect." Arman laughed. "You, greater than a son to carry my name? Let's see." The shock. A year later, on their wedding anniversary, Meha returned from a long journey she had kept secret. She entered the grand hall where Arman, his family, and friends were gathered. Behind her walked 6 little children orphans she had adopted legally in Arman's name. They were dressed neatly, their eyes full of hope. "These are our children," she declared softly but firmly. They were abandoned, left to starve in the streets. "Today, they have a father's name. Today, they have a home." The hall fell silent. Arman's friends were stunned. His family gasped in disbelief. Arman himself stood frozen. His infertile bride had brought him not 1 child but 6. She had turned his mockery into something noble. The transformation. At first, Arman was overwhelmed. But as the days passed, he saw the children running to him, calling him Abba. He watched Meha caring for them, teaching them, protecting them as fiercely as any mother. Something broke inside him, the arrogance, the pride, the shallow jokes. In its place grew respect and love. One night, as the children slept, he whispered to her, "Meha, a broken bar, I mocked you once. But what you've given me is more than I ever deserved. You've given me a family, a purposely broken bar, and a reason to be proud." Meha's eyes shone with quiet strength. "Sometimes," she replied, "it's not about what life withholds from you, a broken bar, but what we choose to give back." The ending. Years later, people no longer called her the infertile bride. They called her the mother of the fatherless. And Arman, once the man who laughed at her, introduced her proudly everywhere. "This is my wife, the woman who taught me the true meaning of family." The same friends who mocked him before now lowered their eyes in shame. Because what May had brought back didn't just shock them, it changed them. Aodiaris is moral. Love is not proven by what we take from life, but by what we give.